We're gonna get everything rolling in a second. Egyptian, if you here, bro, you can request the box and we can get everything started. But in the meantime, what's up, everybody? I'm 6'5" Mirror. Welcome to How Times Changed. Um, on this show, we go over different things such as social norms, technology, music, pop culture, etc., and all that other good stuff. Me and my guests are going to chronicle different things along timelines and a specific subject. And today's subject is movies. So today we're going to go over some of our favorites, some of your favorites, and different things such as that. So sit back, relax, and fave everybody.
Yo,
What's up with
Man, this is the first time I had two light skinned people on the show.
hey, big light skin energy. You know the motherfucking vibe. Man, don't
Uh,
nobody listen to me. I'm high.
right. What's up? What's up? All right, man. If you could introduce yourself to everybody, let them know what you got going on the app, and so forth.
Have no fear, Aquaman is here. You feel me? I be streaming on demon time hours. You feel me? It gets grown and sexy in there sometimes, not all the time, but we just be chilling. Come catch a vibe.
Okay. Go ahead, Egyptian.
I'm the dean of toxicology himself, the motherfucking great king Egyptian. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? We been
Hmm.
toxic all the time. It don't even matter what time it is. If I'm live, toxic stuff could happen there probably. You know what I'm saying? We get emotional and stuff, and we get deep and stuff sometimes too. Sometimes we be having people crying and stuff in the box and stuff. It get real. You know what I'm saying? It get real.
All right. And before, let me let you know right now, no profanity on the show, or you're gonna be sitting in the hallway,
Oh, my bad.
sir.
I forgot. My bad. I
Thank you.
forgot
We're
that
featured.
bad.
We're
My
featured.
bad.
We got to keep it clean. All right. So shout out to the Tag That BLK World Star and YouTube. All right. Patreon also. So you guys ready? Before we get jump all the way into the subject, Aquaman, what are your favorite three movies?
Uh, Damn, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to go with Biker Boys is one. We'll go with American Gangster is another one, and Love and Basketball.
All right. Okay. What about you, Egyptian? I
Man,
know you about to hurt. It's gonna
basketball.
hurt. It's gonna hurt for you because you. I know you like movies. So go ahead.
Yeah, actually, mine mostly are horror movies. One is called The House of a Thousand Corpses. That's a Rob Zombie movie.
Hmm.
The second one is The Devil's Rejects, of course. Well, it's kind of like The Devil's Rejects and the Chainsaw Massacre Chronicles. I actually, I actually like that director more than just like all of those movies. You know what I'm saying? This that
Right.
generally that director and American Gangster. That's like top tier. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And Scarface. I say Scarface.
Okay.
Everybody picks
Okay.
Scarface. That's like an easy like in there because if you don't like Scarface, it's because you ain't in the hood. You ain't from the hood. You know what I mean?
Man, I mean, yeah, you the real American, the urban American dream is Scarface. The American dream is something else, but the urban American dream was Scarface. Everybody coming from the mud, you know, he literally
Coming
came
up the
from the
long way.
mud. You know what I'm saying?
Coming up
Came
the
up a
long way.
long way, and to have people close to him, stab him in the back. It's the American story for sure. Mine a little
They
different,
had drugs drive you to craziness. His sister though, he all of that really transpired because of his sister. You feel me? So
Right.
yeah.
And I know that the sisters always do it to you, man. They always do it to you. Um, I say for my three favorite, um, let's see, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Don't know if anybody knows that. I still
I
don't know
do.
why I
That is a
really
good
know
one.
that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I'm gonna say Crooklyn.
Okay, that was hilarious when that lady dog was in the couch.
Hmm For sure. And then I'm gonna go with Black Panther because it changed a lot for
We
people,
ain't
for
gonna talk about that.
youngsters.
We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that.
All right. So everybody, if you just now tuning in, welcome to How Times Change. I'm 6'5" Mirror. We got Aquaman and Egyptian in the building. Shout out to everybody in the comments. I see you guys. I'm not ignoring anybody. I see you.
Thank you,
Today's
Flash.
subject: movies. We just listed our three favorite movies. As you can see, Egyptian knows a little bit about movies, so you know this guy. All right. So Aquaman, what character in a movie best describes you? It could be any movie.
Best describes me. Oh, it's gonna be the Flash, cause I always see the good in people, even if they make mistakes or make bad choices. I always give folks benefit of the doubt, cause we all human at the end of the day, and we all make mistakes.
Okay, I can see that. The Flash, he definitely seen good in anybody and everybody, and he refused. Hello, he refused to believe that he couldn't change a person's heart. Whether they beat him up, did him in as many times, he still was like, "No, it's something good in them still." You know.
Mhm.
So all right, Flash. Okay, Egyptian. What do you? Who your character, man? Who your character, man?
um, that's kind of hard. I mean, I already kind of embody, like, you know what I mean, a Joker character. So, Heath Ledger, any of those Joker characters, the Joker from the last Joker movie, probably a little bit more, but maybe closer to Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. That was kind of
Roger
a
Rabbit.
curveball right there. Roger
Yeah,
Rabbit.
you
All
know what
right,
I'm saying? Roger
that's a
Rabbit.
classic too. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Okay.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying,
Um.
I'm a clown, you know what I'm saying, but I run the show and I keep the baddies. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
All right, Mister. Keep the baddies. He don't never. Hey, if you guys go to his live, he ain't never versing no dudes. If you get a verse with him, you're lucky. He
I
always
verse
versing
G
the
sometimes,
baddies.
but it's mostly from dimes to diamonds. That's all.
Right. Yeah. From dimes to diamonds. I feel that. All right. All right. So, as a child, Egyptian, what movie should you have not been watching?
Okay, I got a good one for you. I don't know if y'all know this movie, but it's one of my favorite and one of my worst. It's called People Under the Stairs. You never heard of that
Terrible.
movie? Yeah. You know that movie?
I do.
That was like my movie. That was
I
the
got older
one.
siblings.
That was like the one for me. You know what I'm saying? With the people living in the walls. And then when you're a kid and you think about like hearing sounds in the middle of the night and stuff, nothing is more terrifying than just imagining people like living inside the walls. Forget about a monster jumping out the closet or like the boogeyman under the bed. Imagine a dude named Earl that's a homeless man that just lived in your walls. He ain't got no tongue. He ain't got no tongue. He live in the walls.
Crazy, crazy. Aquaman, what do you think, bro? A movie that you shouldn't have been watching as a child.
I'm gonna have to go with It the Clown. Definitely It the Clown. Like a child eating clown like that. And clowns are supposed to be fun, you know what I'm saying? And bring good vibes, but it's around here eating kids. I don't think I should have been watching that.
Right.
Fun
That's
fact
why I
for you.
said what. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Did you know that it was actually modeled around John Wayne Gacy? And that was the idea of it being so terrifying is a clown that would drag you into the sewers and you would never be found again. You know what I'm saying? It's John Wayne Gacy. That's really why it was really scary because, he was like an actual real person in the clown outfit out here abducting children and burying them under the boards of his living room.
For sure. That was definitely. That's one of those American Horror Story. You know, a lot of movies and things like that were based off of true facts or something. Some kind of character or something in the movie was something that happened in real life. You know, something based on the truth. And we know we have a lot of serial killers in America that they like to model movies after and other things. So go tap in with that for sure.
Nice. We getting there. We getting there because we're gonna talk about Black Panther. We getting there. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get there eventually. Um, I would say for me, Candyman, the original Candyman. That I don't know why I was watching that movie as a child, and it used to scare me. Um, I didn't rock with bees for a long time, you know. The bees always scared me. Yeah, I couldn't deal with Candyman.
Hey, Aquaman, you gotta take us off the Bluetooth of your car.
Right.
But yeah, Candyman was scary because these are real. Hey, if you don't know, hey, you don't know this, they actually had a whole bunch of bees that took out an entire school. Bees killed like 97 people in the school. They had like an epidemic of horn. It was in Japan. They had an epidemic of hornets. You know what I'm saying? That killed a whole bunch of people. Like bees are like that's like a real scary thing. And then to have like a dude that can control them and like make the bees attack you, yo.
Right. Children of the Corn. Oh yeah, that was a good one.
And if y'all remember that scene when he was in the bathroom and then the dude was like, first of all, why did he go in that public bathroom? That was so dirty. Okay, that was a dirty bathroom. He went in there. But what did he expect? What did he expect?
Look, I don't really yeah, no. I feel like as guys, we could just use the bathroom anywhere. So if you open up the door and it look crazy, turn around.
I mean, if
Turn around.
Candyman didn't get him, the gonorrhea on the walls was going to definitely get him.
Oh man, for sure, for sure. All right, Aquaman. What's your favorite black exploitation film?
Exploitation.
Yeah, so we talking movies like Don't Be a Menace to Society while drinking juice in the hood. The movies that make
Oh, kind of like a
fun of
parody,
other movies.
like parody
Yes,
movie.
parody movies. Yes.
Um,
Yep. Scary movies. One.
I was gonna say it probably be Scary Movie 2 with when they had Shorty in it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah. That was one of the more popular ones.
yeah,
We need a string
he
so we
made
could
that
like,
movie
you know what I
actually.
mean, chariot over there.
Okay. White chicks.
Okay, yeah, white chicks. Okay.
What about you,
What's
Egyptian? What
my
you
parody
thinking?
movie? What's my Okay, I'm gonna tell you my parody movie. It's not a parody movie of other movies, but it's a parody movie of an entire genre, and it's Kung Fu Hustle.
Okay.
And I like that. I like that because I mean, everybody who watch like kung fu movies and stuff, you get like that intense feeling of like unedited and like hardcore sounds, and you know what I mean, the overlay and everything. And then when you watch something like Kung Fu Hustle, it's like it's extra exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? So makes it funny. The other one was the soccer movie, Shaolin Soccer. That's the other one.
Hey,
That's
that
the
was my
spinoff from Kung Fu
movie.
Hustle. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shaolin Soccer. That shit good, ain't it? Yeah, 10 points for
That
me.
was my movie.
I would say like I'm gonna get you, sucker. I don't know if you guys seen
That
it.
was good. You remember he had all them guns. He went outside
All
slipping that
them
bullet
chains,
bill, shot
all the
himself in the head
guns,
100
all the
times.
chains.
That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
For sure. For sure.
And
Definitely.
Cherry Pop.
Yeah.
Hey, that was
You
a funny
guys think
movie,
of like
bro.
the finest girl you could think of, and everything came off. She literally took everything
Franklin was
off,
good too.
even her leg. Her leg came off.
He popped that John off, popped off
Yeah.
everything.
Eyes came out, hair came off, legs came off, teeth came out. Like everything fake, you
She
know.
couldn't even get to him when he ran out the door. That was a nice leather
Right.
jacket he had on though, double padded. It was a nice jacket.
For sure. All right. So when you guys think of the top box office movies, like the biggest movies of our time, what movie do you think about Aquaman?
Um, let's see. It definitely would either be Black Panther or Avatar.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Avatar. Okay, okay. I mean, you want to talk about statistically?
I just want your opinion, sir.
Oh, my opinion. Okay, Titanic. That's the E. That's the E. Titanic.
All
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
the top 11 movies, Avatar is number one.
Avatar is definitely number one. That's why I said Avatar up there.
Avatar is number one, and the Black Panther is number 11.
You know why? I ain't gonna talk. We ain't gonna talk about it. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about Black
You
Panther?
can talk about it if you want to. You ain't nothing gonna happen.
You
They
want
ain't
to talk
gonna
about
come and
Black
grab
Panther?
you.
You want to talk about Black Panther?
We're gonna go down the list. We're gonna name a couple of the movies on the
All right,
list.
you still show. You
And
named it.
then we'll go. I know
Yeah.
you want to jump on Black Panther,
No, I
but
don't. I don't. But when you ready
all
to, you just point at me, and then we're gonna go. But it's your show. You go ahead and name it. Go ahead.
right. So the number one movie is Avatar. Number two, Avengers Endgame. Number three, Avengers Infinity. Number four, Avengers. Number five is the surprising for everybody, Lion King. Look at that, Lion King, right? Who didn't? I seen Lion King in theaters when it came out, so I feel that one.
I went to the play in New York when they run down the aisle and they got the line, the circle of life. And you know what I'm saying? And then like the people was painted halfway and they was doing like this, and then like their bodies still look like the real life, and like it was amazing.
He went to the Broadway show. All right. After Lion King, we got Spider-Man No Way Home, Jurassic World, the other Avatar movie, Top Gun, the original Top Gun.
Yeah, I was gonna say not the new one.
And Black Panther. All right. So why do you think Black Panther is not up there with the rest of the Marvel movies, sir?
Oh,
yeah. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let Aquaman touch it first, and because I know you're gonna want to elaborate on it. So
yeah, Aquaman, you go first, Aquaman.
I would have to say because Chad Boswick isn't in it, honestly, because we have grown to love him as Black Panther, and the fact that
it's the original. It's the original movie. It's the one with him in it. Why is it number 11 and it's not up there with the rest of the Avengers? Yeah.
Maybe he could have his feeling that he just
I don't
needed
feel
to
like
talk to you.
it gave as much as the rest of those movies that you
I'm
mentioned.
all for it, though, you know what I'm saying? You
It
look at
had a
those
few
movies,
action scenes,
but baby, I'm
but
not gonna let
it
you
was too busy
say
trying to tell the story. And most people tend to find the storyline to get a little boring. They'd rather just see the action and things like that.
Okay. If Black Panther would have been animated, it would have been number 2 or 3.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe. Who knows? What do you think, Egyptian?
I think that Black Panther was political. Didn't have nothing to do with dying or none of that. I mean, the original Black Panthers was the first militia that was against the country. You know what I'm saying? So they made a movie. They turned it into a fictional character, a fictitious character that not only just portrayed a black animal, one of the only and most strongest, most well-known black animals on the planet, but also black people. And then what happened to him? He died. Not just in real life, but in the movie too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what
He
happened to
died
the
in the
original
comics
Black Panther
also.
Party. The original Black Panther Party died and was disassembled. You know what I'm saying? Assata Shakur still in Cuba, can't come back. You know what I'm saying? They killed Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying? And Afeni. You know what I mean? So
right. It's too much a coincidence there because he died in the comic books and his sister took over for him. So they kind of were like they were doing like the comic book curse kind of thing. And then also we know about how the Panther originally started. He was um he was beating up everybody. He was one of the better comic heroes. He fought all the X-Men. He married Storm. If you guys familiar with X-Men, him and Storm were married. They don't talk about none of that kind of stuff. But yeah, he was our guy.
And
He's on the list.
just think about the reality of society. You know what I mean? Just to reflect and be serious for a second, and give y'all look into our future. But there are going to be children that don't know anything about the Black Panther Party, the political movement. They'll only know about the fictional character. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the government do to people. You know what I'm saying? Like they take information that's strong and potent and make us powerful, and they make it a joke. You know what I'm saying? And that's how some kids today will never know about none of those people dying and being killed in the streets. So we could even watch TV and have comic books to laugh at, so that we could even go to the same movie theaters that they go to the same movie theaters that everybody else go to, and eat the same food, be in the same movies. Think about this. Black Panther had an all black production crew. You mean to tell me that this movie that was so good, it was an extremely good movie, wasn't good enough for a white production crew too? That's why they number 11. It was all black
Right.
people involved. And anything that would move up another party to a system that is structured under one party, they ain't gonna let happen. You look at do you know that they got Indian superheroes? You ever seen Ung Bak? Tony Jaa is a dope fighter, one of the original hand-to-hand combat, one of the first the high impact fighters in movies. He is like a superstar over there. He ain't nothing
For
here.
sure. For sure. All right, everybody. Welcome to How Times Change. I'm 6'5" Mirror. We got Aquaman and my man Egyptian in the box. Right now, we're talking movies and different things about them along history and the timeline. He brings up a good point about Black Panther. So right now, we're gonna be right here with here are the facts with Meerkat. I'm Meerkat, everybody, if you didn't know. But I call myself that.
Wow.
All right, and not, hey, don't get muted. You'll be the first to get muted on the show. I ain't muted nobody yet. You'll be the first one. All right, in 1903, Uncle Tom's Cabin was the first movie that starred a black actor ever. And during that era, black people were normally showed as either playing Uncle Tom, the Buck, Mammy, or Mulatto. And if you guys know those characters, the Buck would be like the strong black guy in the field. Mammy would be taking care of the kids, or the mulatto was the light skinned woman that normally slept around with the master in the house. Now, the term Uncle Tom, mulatto, yes, for sure. The term Uncle Tom was turned into a pretty much a negative term to overshadow the original Uncle Tom. The original Uncle Tom escaped from slavery and helped slaves escape to Canada also. And to discourage that and to throw dirt on his name, plantation owners created their own Uncle Tom and made him into a snitch or an anti-black hero to make it seem like he was bad. They wrote books about this and everything, so it created that if a white person wrote a story back then, black people everybody would read it. So it became that popular story. So now we know Uncle Tom is a bad guy, when in all facts he wasn't a bad guy. So when people call other people Uncle Tom, they're really calling you a hero, but they don't know it. They just calling you, they're disrespecting you, not on purpose. So that being said, what do you think about that, Aquaman? You would think about Uncle Tom?
You actually just, you know, gave me some insight. I had no idea about that, to be honest. But I feel like today, in today's world, a lot of people use words or terminologies without knowing the actual meaning behind them.
Hmm. For
So
sure, for sure. That's one thing. I always thought that I was like, Uncle, oh, you a Uncle Tom, or you a coon, or you this, you that. I used to think that that was bad until somebody else, put me on game about the situation where they showed me the actual story of Uncle Tom. He was a God-fearing Christian man who helped slaves escape to Canada, where he started a church and everything like that. He kept helping other people, get across the border, worked with the Underground Railroad, those different things like that. And it's a story that's buried that we're just now finding out now. But think about all the people, our ancestors in the past, who didn't know who Uncle Tom was, that were calling people Uncle Toms, not knowing that they were really, a good thing.
yeah, you just put me on game. I had no idea.
Yeah, my bad.
Egyptian,
My
welcome
bad.
back, sir.
Yeah, you. I mean, you. I was just about to say, you want to talk about, blackface and all of that, because like
Wait,
that's when you start
this
getting into
that's
that
another
kind of.
show. That's another show.
Yeah, and I was about
But
to say that's when you start talking about that kind of energy, you know what I'm saying? Because even like the Uncle Tom movement, all of that came from like those political standards and entertainment alone, like the buck breaking, you know what I'm saying, Joes, even when they was fighting to the death, like what I mean, before anything was even publicized on movie screens, when it was just two men fighting to the death in a man's living room. You know what I'm saying? So just at that minimal era, you know what I'm saying, you're talking about a level of, what I'm saying, entertainment where, what I mean, progression, what I'm saying, like progression, even tap dancing was a big thing, what I'm saying, during that era of the Uncle Toms, what I'm saying, like that was a
right,
big thing then, what I'm saying, that was a way that
when they
they.
talk about people like Bojangles, where now Bojangles is a restaurant, but Bojangles was actually a person that traveled the country dancing in
Dancing, and he
white folks' living room.
exactly one of the few African Americans at that time who was a free man, who earned his freedom tap dancing in people's living rooms saying, shuck and jive for me. You know what I'm saying? And he earned his freedom that way. You know what I'm saying? And now like I said, it's about our generational curse, bro. Some kids will only see Bojangles as chicken.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's just about what you know and like what we like. I think that, like, yo, I just want to say too, this is a great show, bro. I didn't even know I was. I told you I don't even know what we're doing. I'm just showing up. It's a great show, man.
Right, right.
It's impacting, man.
I gotta tell you to come be on the show. I don't gotta tell you anything. Just hey, send me a picture. Just send
That's
him the
man.
flyer with his picture on it. He'll show up. You
That,
can't. Don't
yeah, he
ask
did that
him to come on the
yesterday.
show.
No,
Don't
he did
ask
that
him to come
Monday.
on the show.
He said, you free on Wednesday? I said, I'm off. What you need me to do? He said, show up. I said, all right, just tell me what to do when I get there.
Right, for sure. All right. So since everybody likes a little animation, right? Aquaman. What animated character inspired you the most?
Goku, hands down. That man doesn't back down from a fight. He accepts
Batman,
all the
Naruto.
smoke
Okay.
coming his way. You know what I'm saying? And he's just got to be the hero. You feel me?
Right. For sure. Goku's a good one because he literally fought everybody, and if he didn't think he could beat you, he'd disappear and go level up, and then come
Yeah,
back and beat on you.
definitely.
You
Definitely.
All
right.
he did was get stronger after every fight. So
You say he don't take care of his kids? Oh man, man.
And you
Go
know
ahead,
what?
Egyptian.
I was just about to raise up and see I rose with the anime. See, when you said anime, I'm like, oh, now we finna talk about this. Because I was gonna say go Han, okay? Because he is the son of somebody who's a hero. So he always will never be enough for nobody. He could save the world. He'll never be better than his father. And that's the real life energy of like people today, like where it don't matter what you do, you just won't be good enough. You could be the best at everything, be just as good as everybody else, but it just ain't good enough.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
his
I feel
squad
that.
is better. Even his squad, he got a better squad than his father's squad. Piccolo don't do nothing. He just stand there and look around and be like, "Oh, y'all fighting? Oh, y'all fighting? Oh, all right, don't make me get in there because I beat everybody up."
Baki. All right. So I see in the comments we got Batman, Baki,
Thank you. I'm going.
Naruto, Superman versus Goku. That's that. I don't know about that one. That'd be kind of tough.
Just saying,
Um.
the great Sandman was weak. I'm just putting that out there.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Not
So
Casper
if you
said he'll
guys
box
want to
up with
go
Idris
back and forth,
himself.
I don't know if Casper's done anime yet, but you guys might need to slide over to Casper's show where you guys can geek out on anime. This is
Well, Casper,
all right.
I know some stuff, but I know that old stuff, Inuyasha, Sailor Moon. But if you just want to have a good time and get me on your show, all you gotta do is put my picture on a flyer and inbox it to me and tell me when I show up and I'll be there. Don't even tell me what I got to do. Just tell me to show up and I'll come.
I'm currently one of the geeks of the week, but
Yeah, yeah. I seen that. I
shout
seen
out
that
to
Geek of the
Casper.
Week. All right.
The Simpsons, hands down. We ain't
What's
gonna.
up? What's up?
I mean, I
All right.
wasn't picking
Any
Gohan though.
other?
What was yours though? You didn't tell us what yours was.
Oh, my favorite,
Yeah.
Static Shock,
We
the
care about
great
your. I
grandson
wasn't picking Gohan. I was just
of
piggybacking off of him. I wasn't picking Gohan, but
okay,
I'll say
okay.
Gohan
I'm gonna
because
go with
I already
Static
wrote with
Shock
that.
for sure. Static
I
Shock.
like
If you
Static
guys know
Shock
about
too.
Static Shock,
It's a dope history behind Static Shock too. One of the first African
and,
American superheroes, one of the first African American artists who drew Static Shock. And first of all, do y'all want to know really why it didn't go nowhere with Static Shock? It was because of product marketing, because they could not make African American toys that would sell. So that's why his show didn't go nowhere. He only had one toy, and it was a Burger King toy.
exactly. See, man, you need to be out here more, man. See, a little something, something. A little something, something. See, I don't have to give out all certain facts and stuff. I got Egyptian right here. We're gonna bring you on the show as the fat guy. Um, also, um, characters like Static Shock were overshadowed by the Justice League at that time. You had Justice League. You had the I forget the other superhero show they had going on in the same network at that time. But yeah, he was overshadowed by those different ones, and then it came out later on that he was one of the greatest black superheroes, up there with Black Panther and Luke Cage and all those other sorts. You know, shout out to Piccolo too, being a black character,
Facts, facts.
even though he was green. You know, that's the closest we could get, even
Shout
though
out
there
and
were
rest in
black
peace to
characters on there.
John Witherspoon and the Boondocks, and Regina King. You know what
We're gonna
I'm saying?
talk
For playing
about
both
Boondocks
characters. Shout
next.
out.
That was the next one. Pretty much,
That would
why
have
do
been
you
my
feel
that would
that
have
the
been my
Boondocks
animation too. The
movie?
Boondocks. That would have been my
Yeah,
animation. There's a big
they were
history
supposed to
behind
make
that.
a
I'm from
movie
Baltimore
about
City,
that.
where the Boondocks originated from in the newspaper, and they used to have a comic every week of the Boondocks, and it had no words. It would just only be a political picture of something that would be controversial at the time. You know what I'm saying? And John Witherspoon definitely was one of the leading characters. A shout out to Bill Cosby too. You know what I'm saying? He did them things, but you know what I'm saying? That's a very wise man. You know what I'm saying? Very political man.
Okay, okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to How Times Change. I'm 6'5" Mirror. We got Aquaman and Egyptian in the building. Make sure you guys hit them with a fave. And I see DJ for Live. Is that Bishop from X-Men, or is that Bishop from
Juice.
the League? Yeah.
Oh, I was saying juice.
No, no.
He's gonna kill me in this elevator.
X-Men. X-Men. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Bishop was definitely a dope character. He was in X-Men, and he was time traveling to reverse the world from being destroyed. If anybody don't know about that.
Yeah, if y'all don't know,
Um,
but I think Tupac's character was a little bit better. You know, it was extremely versatile, and it talked about the representation of African American men in today's society who are forced to be violent and vulgar in a society as soft and gentle.
okay. So Aquaman, has a movie ever made you cry?
Uh, a movie hasn't, no, but a TV show did.
Okay, what TV show made you cry?
It, it would definitely be that scene from Fresh Prince of Bel Air with the dad
He was
and
like,
when he
"Wait up for me." Everybody remember that.
Right.
it hit me especially because you know what I'm saying. I grew up without a dad, so like it definitely touched home for me. So I felt his pain, and I was feeling just like him, like why he don't love me and things like that.
Um,
Okay.
I would definitely agree. And I had a lot of movies that made me cry. You know, as a kid, the first movie that made me cry was Free Willy. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know nothing. I'm for real, bro.
I believe,
For real,
hey, a
bro.
lot,
Think
lots of
about it though,
kids
bro.
cried during Free Willy. I
A
remember
bond,
that.
a bond with a little boy. You know what I
And
mean? A Caucasian kid, because a black dude ain't gonna be in the ocean making friends with whales, but a Caucasian kid, and the whale almost died, and he frees him. You know what I'm saying? That cost a lot of money. And when I was little growing up, that's all I thought about was how expensive, how much money that boy cost everybody. Like that's what I was thinking. Like his father is gonna kill him. You know, because I had a dad like that. You know, where my father he wanted my life, but you know what I'm saying, he was a serious businessman about his money. You know what I'm saying? So I done had a lot of movies since then make me cry. I think that if you're a man and you can relate to anything, especially watching a movie, you should be emotional enough to express that no matter what. If a movie can't make you cry, you a cold somebody. If you ain't cry and Finding Nemo, you a cold brother. I seen dudes in jail cry
Finding
at
Nemo.
family night, or at movie night, and watching Finding Nemo. I seen grown men who were killers cry.
Maybe Bambi. You know, Bambi was like everybody experiencing death first in cartoons, but
He, Death started when the movie started.
right. As soon as the movie started, Lion King too. Lion King definitely was one for a lot of people too.
And there are so many hidden messages about the nature of the pride that people don't know. Like, you know what I mean? After Mufasa got killed, and then right the scene right after that, the bird was caught in a cage of ribs that were the bones of Mufasa. And then Scar was sitting there with his skull and everything. The hyenas was eating his flesh. And if you're not aware of that kind of stuff, then you just don't know that that's what lions do. They eat each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he would have done in that circumstance. He would have ate them. You know what I'm saying? They just made it funny.
Right. Correct. Just like, you guys get on Instagram, sometimes you might see a pop-up of Scar either wearing Mufasa's skin
Yeah,
or
Blender.
you'll see
Yep.
Simba wearing Scar's skin. So
In Hercules, the lion's mane that's on top of Hercules' head is Scar.
with Scar, yep, that's yep.
Scar. You know what
All
I'm saying?
Disney movies make all the movies
Of
connect to each other.
it's a representation of the Lemnian lion. If you know anything about Greco-Roman mythology, the Lemnian lion is the lion that Hercules slain that was bigger than 5 elephants.
Hmm.
And he wore
Now
his
that's
lion's mane like a
some
full-length
mythology
jacket with a hood.
for sure. All right, all right. Tears, Free Willy, and what was the movie again? Free Willy choked me up, so I couldn't really. I was trying to think that me crying on Free Willy. For myself, it was Crooklyn, right? The mom passing away in the movie related to me because I lost my mom at 9. So seeing kids go through the same thing that I went through, you know, that broke me down as a kid. So every movie we see ourselves in characters and different people, situation, because those are real life situations, whether it's an animated movie or a real life situation. we can definitely see ourselves in different characters. All right. What we're gonna take love and basketball out of the situation. What's your favorite love story, if you guys have them, or the best love story? Because some guys want to be all, well, I'm not talking about no love. The best love story or your favorite love story, either or. The Notebook. Did you cry on The Notebook? Why? I heard people cried on that
I
movie.
didn't cry, but I laughed. I like Dirty Dancing too. But
Okay,
I'm gonna say Dances with Wolves.
that's an interesting one. Dancing with
Okay.
Wolves.
And
Okay.
the reason is because it's like two different people from like two different cultures. Like it's kind of like a Shakespearean kind of love. And if you all ever seen like I think it's called Shakespeare in Love, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where they had the guns and all of that, because most people don't really understand old English. But if you ever seen that movie, it's like the kind of story where you fall in love with somebody and you can't see them, never talk to them or nothing. And before you meet your demise, y'all confess y'all love for each other, like that kind of ideology of something that's so
I
rare
know.
and pure that it's like but known to your family and your culture and your heritage, you know what I'm saying, like that's an impacting kind of love, you know what I'm saying, like that's an impacting kind of feeling. People don't even know that kind of love. Motherfucker don't call you, oh, excuse my language, but somebody don't call you for 2 days and we already ready to cancel them. Imagine never talking to a person and just having the thought and the notion of your love being merely just breezing by when I walk past your balcony at night. That's the only time that I even get to talk to you, and I'm hiding in the bushes. You know what
For
I'm saying?
sure. For sure. Aquaman, what do you think? Best love story for you?
That's a tough one. Cause I don't really watch too many love story type of movies.
Because everybody love him.
If I had to go with one, maybe Grease. You know,
Okay.
Grease,
I'll go with the classical. But
Grease.
I'm not big on love stories. No offense. That's just not my
Yeah,
thing.
that's why I said what's your favorite or one that you know of that's pretty popular, because we don't have them all the time. We don't always have that. We don't watch love stories. We're familiar with them, but we don't watch them all the time. Um, if I had to go with one, it'd be real tough because I've seen a lot of movies and I've seen a lot of love stories always repeated and repeated over again. But I'm gonna say either a Brooklyn, this is a Bronx Tale, or I'll go with hmm, I'm trying to think of some kids. We'll go Boy Meets World.
And see, you also got to think too. You could pretty much name any movie that's your favorite because movies normally have a combination of those kind of things like love, hate, you know what I mean, a hero, a villain, you know what I'm saying? So like when you're thinking about things that are combined like that, so you always are gonna have that. Even in a horror movie, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always two people in love and he love her so much that he willing to go against all odds, even a monster to protect her and save her. Just that mentality in itself, you know what I'm saying? You could pretty much name any movie. Yeah, I could have named 9 horror movies right now where it's always a guy who, you know what I'm saying, was trying to save a damsel in distress who just fell in the woods because she had on some flats and she kept looking back when she was running instead of just hauling it. You know what I'm saying?
What? It's heels. It's heels. She runs in heels. That's why she fell, because her heel broke. All right. Um, your guy's favorite protagonist, your favorite bad guy of a movie.
Oh, the Joker, of course. We don't even gotta explain
Of
it. It's the
course.
Joker.
Yeah, 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 of course. If I told you to pick somebody besides the Joker, but Aquaman, you go first while
Yeah,
he
you get
thinks
yeah.
about that.
I mean, there really isn't no villain better than Heath Ledger. It's Joker. Like, I'm sorry. There really just isn't. At least it's coming to mind.
That's why you got to exclude the Joker, because we know the Joker is just like that guy, like the ultimate villain. Venom. I see Venom down there. Venom played both sides though. Venom played both sides. Same thing like Spawn. Spawn was considered a villain and a hero. Ghost Rider, the same. He was a
Yeah,
hero and a villain. You
Thanos.
know,
I'll go with
Thanos.
Thanos.
Thanos is in the comments also. Magneto, Deadpool. People that play both sides.
All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna tell you when I get there. Okay.
All right,
You ready?
you got go ahead.
All right. My favorite villain. I don't know if you ever seen this movie. It's called Fallen with Denzel Washington. That's my
I don't
favorite
think I
villain.
have.
Uh-huh. Cause see what all right, so Denzel Washington, he a cop, right? Well, he assumingly is a cop from the beginning of the movie. And this dude, he on death row, he get the gas chamber, whatever. He be singing this song, time is on my side. And then the dude died, but he a killer. So his spirit live on and leave the gas chamber and they go around killing people. But at the end of the movie, the twist is the whole time Denzel Washington, he narrating the movie, making you think he the cop, but he really the dude. You feel me? He really the villain. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the
Okay.
best villain, I think you got to watch the movie. It's called Fallen by Denzel Washington, and it's an old movie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, yeah,
Okay.
y'all write that down, and y'all make sure y'all hit me with the I ain't even tell you everything. I ain't even tell you everything. But yeah,
You know the trailer give you all the best parts of the movies just combined into one. But until you watch the movie, you don't really get to
yeah,
see
you
how
don't
it
even
plays
know. You
out.
don't even know like what happened yet, though. It don't make sense, but it makes sense. But yeah,
Oh,
that's one of my
nowadays
favorite
trailers
villains.
do, yeah.
I think the best villains are the ones like it's a new movie that just came out with The Rock. I can't really call the name of it, but in the movie, oh no, matter of fact, not with The Rock. It's with Sylvester Stallone. All right, and in the movie, him and his brother are superheroes, quotations, and they get into like a fight, and one of them die, and they think that the bad guy dies. You know what I'm saying? And the good guy lives. You know what I'm saying? But they both disappear. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta watch the movie. It's with Sylvester Stallone. It's on
Samaritan.
huh?
Samaritan. Wasn't it Samaritan Man or something
It
like
is
that?
Samaritan. I think that's the name of it. Samaritan Man. 10
For
points for you.
sure, for
10
sure.
points for you. That's a good movie. Y'all should watch that though. It's super dope. But I mean, that combination of superhero, supervillain, it's always suspenseful and it's always good. And this one with The Rock too, where he come back, they bring him back from like some ancient artifacts. And as soon as the movie start, he killed like 100 people. As soon as the movie start, The Rock killed like 100 people.
Okay, okay. I liked Black Adam with The
That's the
Rock. That
name
was
of it.
pretty cool.
That's the name of it.
Uh,
Black Adam, but
You
it's
think
Vin
about Black
Diesel.
Adam?
Yeah, it's Vin Diesel or The Rock.
Vin Diesel. Vin
Okay, yeah,
Diesel's in
yeah, Black Adam. That's the movie.
Fast and Furious 25. That's Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
All right. So this one right here. If you could produce your own movie with money is not the object, what would it be, Aquaman?
um, obviously a superhero movie. Like, come on, I'm Aquaman. Like, it's only right.
Not a heist, man, for sure. Too many heist movies out there.
But I feel like I would make a movie with like a superhero that isn't one of the popular ones. You feel me? Like just something completely new.
Okay, there's a few movies like that out there where the least likely superhero, the one that the weakest superhero, or the one that doesn't necessarily believe in itself the most, ends up helping out the bigger ones like Superman and Batman and those different things. As long as the backstory, Killmonger, the origin, I hear people talking about that becoming an actual movie. So, what about you, Egyptian? What are you thinking, man? I
Money.
know you that brain is going off right now, but
Money is not the option, right?
money's not the option, sir.
So I could bring back people from the dead.
Money's not an option because you got to
Okay.
think like when you think of the universes, the metaverses, and all those different things like that. In each universe, people still exist even though they died in another one.
Okay, so I will bring back all of the dead actors, okay? And I will have one movie of nothing but dead actors. and it would be like a gigantic comedy skit, you know what I'm saying? And I would get Dave Chappelle to produce it, and I would get Key and Peele to be my co-producers on the John, and I would get them also, you know what I mean, to star in it as well. Okay, so it's gonna be starring Dave Chappelle and Key and Peele.
All right, all right, for sure. I haven't really thought about it too much, but maybe I'll make a movie about how people get out of the hood because it's something I know about. All right. What do you feel like, Aquaman? What do you feel like the future of movies is?
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of, bringing back the old movies that we already know about, or old, superheroes and things like that. I don't see any new superheroes being made or nothing like that. I feel like they're just gonna piggyback off of what's already out there.
Okay. What do you think, Egyptian?
AI intelligence. AI intelligence is the new wave of movies. Like, have you heard the new music that they got out right now, where they got rappers who didn't make the song performing songs that they would never have performed, and it sound like they wrote it. That's
Okay.
like the new wave of movies, like where they could basically just get an actor to be in a movie, even if they dead. They don't even need them to be alive anymore. You know what I'm saying? To get them to be in the movie. They now even like you watch you think about watching like people's documentaries and stuff where they just get actors to portray them. Imagine AI where they could still have that person be in it after they dead,
We're
and
talking
it looks
about movies.
realistic.
Movies is the subject. Movies. I feel that.
And then you got
When
something
you look
called
at different
AI.
things like the AI holograms and CGI and different things like that, they can take different parts of all the movies that you created, videos, all that stuff, and put it together and create something that's completely different from even what you've done during your lifetime. They even have things out here where they're talking about downloading people's intelligence into other bodies, something
I was
like
just about to talk
altered
about that.
carbon,
Elon
like
Musk just invented that kind of technology where they
mhm,
can pretty much implant memories, and also they can they can like take them Johns out your brain, your memories and your thoughts. They can remove certain emotional sensors in your body and all of that. Like that's the new wave of movies. I think the new wave of movies is gonna be like embedded in our head. Like they could just implant the movie in your head and you could just watch it in your eyeball, because
for sure,
AI is
for
taking
sure.
over. AI is taking over.
Aquaman, how do you feel about black characters becoming the main character after it's been a white person for so long? Like
Um,
now we have, Little Mermaid coming up, where they're causing a lot of noise about that. Tinkerbell, you know,
um, I
even
feel
they're talking about characters such as Pirates of the Caribbean having mostly black pirates.
I feel good about it. It's definitely been a long time coming, because I'm sure there's plenty of movies you can think of where you can think of an African American actor or actress playing a certain role better than who actually played it already. So I'm enjoying what I'm seeing now.
Hmm. It's hit the internet real tough, where you see little girls that are necessarily not black or maybe white or whatever. They're taking their daughters to buy dolls and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, I want that one." And it's like, get a doll that looks like you, and they go and grab the black one because they love the black doll. So, what do you think, brother?
I think race doesn't really got nothing to do with it. I think it's more based on what kind of like actors you really have playing the part. Because I mean, look at a role like Denzel Washington in Training Day. You think a white man could have played that role? You think a
You got to
white
think
man could
about
be
it.
like
How many times have white men played that role though? But there's so many of them that is saturated, so we don't really
exactly,
recognize
and
that
it made his
that
role stand out.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Even
exactly
his partner in the movie. You think a black man could have played that role?
as this as his partner.
Hmm.
If it was two black men instead of just him and Denzel,
No, if it was a
oh
white man and a black man as the partner.
no, because they would have made the partner seem even more weak. You know, even he
And
would
like
have
that's what I'm
been
saying.
yeah,
Like it wasn't even about the race. It was more about the acting. Because if there was a
exactly.
man, if Denzel Washington played the partner and he made it seem strong and confident, it would change your whole ideology of even that kind of partner in general. Because at the end of the movie, he wound up beating up Denzel Washington and getting him locked up. So I mean, really, who was the punk? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you're looking at it from a cop perspective, but if you come from the hood and you're looking at it from Denzel Washington perspective, somebody who done, you know what I'm saying, intercepted the police, you feel me? It's gonna be a different kind of energy. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's not even about race or whether it's black or white. Like I think some roles are just meant for some races. Like there probably could never be a white person that could play the Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? Because that character is a black person. You know what I'm saying? But there are some roles that would, you know what I mean, make it possible. Just like in Iron Man, they got the black dude with the Iron Man suit on. That came out of nowhere. He ain't even a real Marvel character. They just made him
Right.
up. They just made him up. They just threw a
Look
black
at
dude in
them.
there and put an Iron Man suit on
Captain
him.
America. What they're trying to do with Captain America. The new Captain America is supposed to be black.
And see, that's what I'm saying. So it's not even about like that. Like that could possibly work because it's not even about race. It's about who can play the part and who can carry or portray that character. You know what I'm saying? Like some people can play a gangster and some people can't. You can't expect Betty White to look like she from the hood. That's just not. This is not a character. You know what I'm saying? Some people can portray that though. Some people versatile like that, where they could be good guys and bad guys.
For sure, for sure. And you know, Training Day is definitely one of the ones where they talk about all the time where it's like, why wasn't Denzel the partner instead of the main character? Because in the end, the partner was the one that really portrayed in the movie. Even though
It was
Denzel
because of
played
all
this,
the it was because of what he does with production as movies and as far as the twist, because the movie starts off with you thinking that Denzel Washington is about to teach this white boy who a rookie cop how to survive in the hood. But then when you get the twist of it, you like, oh, he crooked. He real crooked and he trying to get him killed. Because if that was me, they dragged me in the bathroom like that, I would have came for him too, cop or not. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond cop. You know what I'm saying? That was beyond it. He watched him steal money, let him get away with everything, and then you still gonna try to kill me? Like, nah, like even somebody who's not a cop could still understand and relate to that kind of portrayal. Hey, love. So it gives you like a twist on the story, and it makes it seem like, well, even if it starts off well, then you rooting for Denzel Washington at the end of the movie, you like it's okay if he got beat up because I would have beat him up too. You see what I'm saying? And even at the end of the movie, what he portrayed was him losing and being beaten, but still not giving up. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Him still representing himself as somebody, even in the face of all opposition, he still ain't quit. They ain't have no scenes of him getting locked up or going to jail. They just shown him at his weakest and most beat state. You know what I'm saying? Where he like that at this point, you know what I mean? I can't do nothing. He got me. He beat me. He beat me up.
right? All right. So comparison, three movie comparison, right? We got the ending of Training Day, the ending of um, Godfather, and also the ending of Set It Off. What do they all have in common?
Yeah.
They all was in the car. They all was in the car.
They all went out like G's.
They all went out like G's, right? Egyptian. Since I know you're probably gonna your mind is moving. You're gonna peel the comparison apart anyway. I'm gonna just fast forward you. What do you think the significance of the main character getting lit up in their car would be?
Okay, so there are two things that it signifies. The first thing that it signifies, well, one is actually a marketing pitch because it always gives them an opportunity to put a car in the scene. You know what I'm saying? If you think about, you know what I mean, the movie Beyonce did, Cadillac Records, when he dies at the end of the movie riding in the Cadillac, they used the finest Cadillac. His car really didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? So like they portray, even in the Fast and the Furious, I mean, they show you cars that beyond me, somebody would drive and crash. You know what I'm saying? So like it's about them marketing those cars. But another thing that it portrays in them getting shot up is you cannot win. That's what they were portraying. If you're a crooked cop, if you're a gangster, if you're a bank robber, you cannot win. At the end of the day, you're gonna get caught. That's what, and like that's like a propaganda thing. I don't know if y'all know about, what happens in China, but they play propaganda on TV 24/7. Ain't nothing else on TV. But King Jong
Right,
Un, that's
right.
all you see all day. That's just another method that they use of propaganda. If you watch like court TV and court shows, or if you watch cops, you ain't never seen cops with a dude get away. Why? People get away all the time because they don't want you to feel like you can get away from the cops. So they show you
That
every
used to be
time somebody gets
one of
caught.
people's favorite shows growing up.
Uh,
A cop chases cop. The show just cops. We will watch those shows and laugh all the time, and then you get older and you're like, oh, this isn't really funny.
yeah, see, that's a form of
This is really
propaganda.
serious.
Use those shows to make you feel like that you beat and you'll never get away. They always get their man. They are That's why that's such a phrase. We always get our man because they want you to feel like you'll never get away. But thousands and thousands of cases go unsolved every day where somebody just run. They don't even have to do nothing significant but run away, and the police don't grab them right then and there, and they don't know who to grab after that. So it's just done. You know what I'm saying? But cops makes you feel like they always see you, they always catch you. They even sometimes they skip the scenes where they've been looking for 16 hours. They've been looking all night for you. They just go right to the scene where they got them in handcuffs and they finally caught them. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure. For
Even
sure.
as that's what the show 48 Hours about. They make you
Excuse me.
think that a lot of people get caught about murder in 48 hours. They don't. That show is so rare. That's why it ain't no new ones. And that's why most of those episodes is from like the early 2000s, the late 90s, because that ain't even happening where they catch people for murder. Like if they do, it's because it's a open and shut case. If you get away, you got away. Like that's how murder works nowadays, and they use shows like that to make people feel like I got to give myself up because they're gonna eventually catch me. That's how they make it happen.
For
Propaganda.
sure. Those shows also represent the movies. The ending of those movies also represent secondary characters not over stepping the first,
Hmm.
because in Set It Off, Cleo wasn't one of the main characters, but she was the one that tried to make everybody like, look, everybody, y'all going without me. It showed the
Hmm.
strongest character. In Godfather, it was Sonny. Sonny was Michael's younger brother, which he should have took over instead of Michael, but Michael did at first. First. Then you got Denzel. Denzel's demise at the end of the movie, in which he was, you know, beat up by his partner, left the die. Then he trying to still get away, and then boom, the Russians get him. You know, so nobody's bigger than the program. They always want to show that nobody's bigger than the program.
And
If you're a
watching a
criminal, this is
movie
how it's gonna end for you.
and watching a movie through a fourth wall as a third person always makes it good. Like if I'm watching a movie and I'm rooting for a certain person and portraying their character in my mind a certain way because of their actions, and then at the end of the movie I see them differently, it gives their character fluctuation. It changes the narrative of their character. Even said it and set it off. Like you was just already looking at, Queen Latifah as one of the thuggest ones. She was thugged out, girlfriend kissing on the neck, had the what I'm saying, G Ride, the most gangster one. But in the end, her death was more memorable. It's also about the actors as well. You know what I'm saying? That's why they put those actors in that position because they know that at the end of the movie, they're going to portray the biggest role, winner or loser. You know what I mean? Winner or loser. They know that their role in that movie is going to be standstill. They knew Queen Latifah was going to make her dying dramatic day after day.
Of course. Oh no, we have to get some vocals in between with We Egyptian. Make sure you guys hit these two with a fave. Make sure you fave Aquaman and Egyptian. Two streamers on the app, been around a long time. Egyptian is a good friend of mine. We're friends. He's just light skinned. That's it. And Aquaman, we've ran across each other plenty of times, so we'll have to do this again, get on another subject where we might have to pair you guys up against two of our ladies that we like to have on the show.
Ooh.
I know, Mr. I got the baddies in my life. You know, I seen Casper said the baddies being here, so I don't know.
Right, ladies. Hey, and
I
I
mean,
just want to say
baddies all
too.
over, so you know.
Hey, I just want to say too, man, I'm honored, man. I appreciate you for letting me do your show. Thank all of the gifters, all of the people that's in here communicating, everybody who rocking with us, everybody who got badges. Y'all make sure everybody fave everybody. Y'all fave me, Mir, Aquaman. Y'all fave all us. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even know what I was doing when I came, but I definitely had a good time, man. We all learned something. We all shared something personal. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate this opportunity, man. Like I said, you already know, man. Anytime. You already know.
Yeah, no problem, no problem, no problem. Let everybody know what you got going on before you slide up out of here, man.
Who me?
Yeah, you
Oh, me,
singer.
y'all already. Hey, if y'all want to know what's going on with me, y'all got to come to my live. Okay, you want to see me get toxic? You know what I'm saying? You just come to my. Y'all got a nice little preview of me here. I hope y'all enjoyed me. I'm like this all the time. You never know which kind of Egyptian you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just come and check me out. If you like me, I appreciate it. If you don't, that's all right too. You might meet some people in my live that you do like. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you already know the vibe. So let
For
me leave it.
sure. All I got in the beginning of the show was Aquaman said he's toxic and it's after hours toxic, and then you go right behind him talking about you're toxic too. So are light skinned dudes just toxic? Is that a thing? You know?
I mean, we just
Not
attract women. It is
okay.
what it is.
All right.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just me. You feel me? I don't have no choice but to be toxic because it's fun. So yeah, if you want to have fun, come have fun. The light skin part, that's just something you throw in there because you bronze, okay? But the light skin part, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't have control over
You
that.
know, when you're made in his image, you know, this is how you look, you know.
Well, when you made in his image, you look like me too.
You know, bronze. You described it yourself. So
Yeah, bronze to the color.
Aquaman, let them know what's going on with you, bro.
Yeah, y'all can catch me off the late night, creep night, grown and sexy hours, demon time. You feel me? Come catch a vibe, talk your shit stuff, talk your
You good.
stuff.
We had a feature mode. If you
Oh,
by
okay,
happen to cuss, you're okay. You know.
okay. Talk your shit and just vibe out. You feel me? We don't discriminate. We appreciate.
Right,
Big
for
demon
sure.
time.
You see how he start talking with his eyes? He said, "Yeah, big demon time." That's how he invite the
You
ladies in.
know,
He got them get the green eyes on your ass, girl. You caught. He get them
you
green
gotta
eyes on
rub
you.
them in, right?
You in there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, girl, demon time, adult hours. Look, I just go live when I feel like smoking. All right, if y'all smoke, whenever you think about smoking, I'm probably doing that too, and that's when I go live. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't smoking, I'm playing the game or I'm at work. You know, I work mornings. You know what I'm saying? The beginning of the week, I work nights. So you feel me? You just come and catch me when you catch me. I'm trying to go live every day, but don't nobody be coming. So I just be like, let me go play the game. You feel me?
Why do you have a feather in your hair today?
Why?
Yeah,
It's
why?
like you want to know why actually. Well, the feather, you know what I'm saying, it stands for freedom, you know what I'm saying, and peace. So it allows me to feel free. It allows me to feel like I could just do whatever I want. The hat I got on my head is a ski mask that I cut the top out of.
Look at him, resourceful, out here creating
You feel me?
stuff.
So you can just do what you want. I hope that I give people